Shortly before the first round of the French presidential election, President Emmanuel Macron advocated his decision to negotiate with his Russian colleague Vladimir Putin before and after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In an interview published on Friday, the 8th of April, with the French newspaper Le Parisien, Macron said it was a thankless role to maintain dialogue with the Kremlin. Emmanuel Macron called the Polish Prime Minister's statement criticizing his regular phone calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin baseless and objectionable. Poland's Prime Minister on April 4 called on European leaders for stricter sanctions against Russia and pointed to the fruitlessness of the talks. President Macron, how many times have you negotiated with Putin? What have you achieved? I do not deny that I talked to President Putin all the time. I was doing it without naivety since 2017. I have never pandered to him, unlike others. I consider it my duty, Macron said on TF1 TV. Macron also noted that he has spent hours in conversations with the Russian president, while every discussion is under the cynical sign, and it is never a pleasure. However, he considers this dialogue to be his duty, he stressed, adding that he does not consider the talks with the Kremlin to be in vain. They are useful in preparing for tomorrow's peace, Macron pointed out. A solution to the war in Europe, however, he said, was not in sight until mid-May. He added that Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki's criticism of the dialogue with Russia was not surprising. He said Morawiecki was interfering in the French election campaign. The Russian and French presidents have called each other 9 times since the start of the war. The last conversation took place on the 29th of March. The leaders discussed the situation in Ukraine and gas supply issues. The first round of the French presidential election will be held on the 10th of April, with a runoff on the 24th of April if no candidate wins an absolute majority. Emmanuel Macron intends to run for a second term. His opponent from the French Socialist Party is Anne Hidalgo, mayor of Paris, while Valérie Pécresse is running from the Republican Party. In addition, the leader of the right-wing populist Rassemblement National, Marine Le Pen, is running for the presidency once again. The election takes place not only against the backdrop of the war in Ukraine but also during the French presidency of the EU in the first half of 2022.